got jobs and stuff, and people keep coming back because you keep pushing them away. And then you get mad because they keep coming back. Well, it's amazing how on the 10th time, you finally do the job you should have did on the first time. So anyway, she was talking to her manager. I'm just sitting there and being quiet. And she said, well, the transaction should be back now. No, we about to fix the transaction. I said, okay, I'll wait. I ain't leaving until my job, till this done. You understand me? You're not going to sit here and brush me off and I walk away, drive off or something. And then you get off the phone and be like, oh, she gone now. No. You're going to respect me just like you're going to respect everybody else. Because you will want that same respect if the shoe was on the other foot. And that's how we're going to roll around this round, okay? So the thing about it, I went and sat down. I had to put some music on, so I put Sunday service on Pandora and listen to the songs through. Cause boy, I needed it. Cause I'm sitting here like I'm gonna be like this. It got me irritated, and it's crazy. It takes a lot to make me irritated, but okay, when people mess with my money, that does irritate me. Okay, because I earned this, and you're trying to screw with me. Okay, okay. So. But I got my, my duckies back in a row, and I just sat there and calmed down or whatever, because everything's a choice. I know you probably like, why you couldn't do this and do that? No, it's a choice. We're going to see what option she go with, and then we'll roll with that. Okay? But she chose wisely. So I wasn't sitting down there long. Her manager was talking to her, and he was like, he was saying something to her, and she was like, oh, she don't want to hear that. She don't want to hear that either. She don't want to hear that either. She was letting them know, you better do something now. So she finally got it. I checked my account. Everything was fine. I said, okay, thank you so much. Now she's being apologetic in a different way, a different form. Now she's like, well, I forgot how she said it, but I was like, okay, thank you. And I walked off. I said, have a blessed day, and I walked off. All right, now I'm going to my next spot. Going to get me some. They have food there, but I wasn't messing with it. I was like, nah, I'm a roll. So I got me something to eat at McDonald's. Sat there, ate my food or what I. There was a well, nah, I ain't gonna tell you about that part. There's just something happened that I had to do. Then did that, and then I came back. After that, I'm walking back to a different location, and the clouds are thick, super thick, because we're supposed to be having a storm, and the clouds are super thick. But my spirit said, "Talk to me." I said, "Okay." So I had my music on and stuff, and before I knew it, I look up at the sky, but it's thick. The sun, I can't see the sun at all. The sun is, I can't see my light. I can't see my light. It was thick, too thick. So I take my phone down and put it on the ground with my purse. Excuse me. And I stand there. When I said the clouds were thick, it was thick. Put my hand up. At first I only had one hand. Then I put both hands up. I look up and I stared at the light. But it was thick. I couldn't see it, but I could feel it. And so I zoned in and I focused on it. I had my eyes closed, and before you know it, with my eyes closed, it got gold. Gold. Super gold. And after that, it went from gold. I feel like I went from radiating gold to red, because all I could see was red. The color red. And it was bright, but it was crazy. With my eyes closed, it was red, and then in the middle, it was gold. That's what I saw. And when I opened my eyes, the clouds went away. Became a sunny day. It just started being now like we about to have like a little storm. I ain't messing with it no more. But yeah, I can move the clouds. The sun came out. Yep. Ain't that something? And then guess what? I did all of that, came in, sat down on the chair, acting like nothing happened. Like it's just another day in the office. Like literally, it's crazy. But I'm very blessed to see the transitions of that I'm able to do. And that's not like one of those things like, oh, let me go out here and control the air and do this. No, 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 child. So if there's something goes on out there, that's out there. Okay, I ain't got time for all of that trying to make storms up and try to destroy people's lives. I ain't got time for all of that. There's a natural order. But yesterday and today, it was something I had to do. Okay, it's part of my journey. Okay, like even my hand. Like, I don't know if you see like these little dots in my hand. My hand was red, just to let you know. My hand turned red, red. Red, red, red. Both of my hands. Like, even right now, I don't know if you can see it, but they starting to turn back red again. Okay? Yeah. So, yeah, it's amazing. It's amazing what's going on, the information. If not mistaken, I had a conversation with the divine today. I went to court today. In the spiritual world. I had sat in a chair and I talked through the mirror. I was talking to them through the mirror. But I went to court. Yep. They asked me questions about Ye. They asked me questions about the people that done this stuff to me. They asked me if I want to lock everybody up that's in the secret societies and stuff. I said the only ones that I'm not gonna trip out, like they got karma coming to them, but the only ones I ain't tripping out of is the ones that was naive to the situation. What I mean naive is this: a lot of people don't understand the concept of the devil and God. I know people throw it around, but some things just don't click. So the ones that really just don't know that like, even for myself, there's things in my life that I just figured out how to do at this age because I had a glare over my life. So it's like, for the ones that just they didn't know, they didn't know, but got caught up where they realized like, oh my snap, oh snap, like I signed a contract and this is not what I thought was like what it is. Because with those societies, they make you think one thing, and then when you finally get in, you realize that ain't what I want to do. We ain't about that life. So for those that got into it and then realized like this is not it, but they got stuck, or they try to get away and these folks kept blackmailing and they try to get away, you're good. You're gonna, might see little things in your life, but to the stream like these other mother suckers, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Now the other mother suckers, yeah, that's something different. What else? What else happened? But yeah, they was asking me questions. One of them asked me, "Do I feel like I deserve to? Am I able to lead the world?" And I flipped it back and said, "Do you think I am able to lead the world?" And it was like, "You can't ask us a question." I said, "Well, why not?" Because you're not the one. You're not, how they say, you're the one behind the table, not me. I said, there's a table in front of you, you just can't see it. I said, just the same way there's a judge behind you, there's a judge in front of you. So I'm gonna ask you the question again. She said, okay, yeah. She changed. It was a female spirit. She's like, yeah, you good. Then it came down to what is it? The verdicts. Okay, so in the jury is 12 people still. Same here, saying it 12. And I told them, I said, They was like, we're gonna deliberate now. I said, no, we ain't gonna deliberate. I said, because we're gonna go one by one. I don't want to hear a collective decision. I need to know who with me and who against me directly. I said, don't hide behind no mask, don't hide behind nothing. I want to know directly who is against me and who's for me. So when y'all stand up, I want to know what your verdict is, because ain't no need to hide. Everybody said not guilty. I was like, I said, look, court adjourned. They didn't get a second chance to say it. I said, court adjourned. I walked off. I'm done. And this is in a spiritual world. So if you don't know, if you know, you know. If you don't stress it. It is what it is. But there is a judge in the spiritual world. So I'm good. I'm free. They had basically what it was is they wanted to see the connection with Ye. They wanted to, because there was a moment before all this happened. There was a moment, and they wanted to make sure that Ye wasn't. It was about rape. making sure he wasn't raping me in a situation, because if he was, then he would have to go down for that. So that, no, he didn't, because we're tied together. Like whatever he does, my spirit, I'm with everyone. So that when it came to him, he's the only participant that I gave permission with. Anybody else, no. Now there times that I may not want to do things, yeah, but it's with him, so I was cool with. But when it came to anybody else taking advantage of me, I was not down for that deal. Okay, so y'all would get y'all's. However, I did telepathically tell Ye, so this is a direct message. He ain't getting the free life, okay? It ain't gonna be like that, okay? So karma's still coming to him. Yeah, I know you like, what the what? Yes, child, yes. But it's nothing like that. So this is what it is. His karma is this. He's going to still continue doing his music and all of that other stuff. But he needs to tell his story in a way for the younger ones to understand and the older ones to understand, especially for the men. And I know y'all like, well, he did this and he did that. Fall back. Okay? Yes, he has went through a lot of different things in his journey, and some things a lot of people want to do in their journey. However, his truth is what's going to help heal a lot of young kids and grown men that still have childlike mindsets. Okay? Because there's a lot of y'all out here that's like going against him and pretending like you don't know. But I know you know. Okay? Not him. Okay? I'm just saying. So, it's a lot out here. I got to say this. I got to say it's on my mind. So excuse my language on how I'm going to say this. It's so funny. I was looking at something and they were talking about how because of this conversation that now guys talking about I'm going to try to be as polite as possible. A man private area. And I ain't gonna lie, when I heard it, I said it's about time somebody talk about a man private area. I'm tired of hearing about these females. Y'all notice for the past couple years, all we hear about is the female body parts. That's it. All we keep hearing about is the female body parts. It's got to the point like when he talked about females and like, yeah, females got to control because the body part, whatever, right? We, as females came like, yeah, we the stuff. And it's cool and all. But y'all fangirl y'allself so much that y'all started wanting to be with other females. Yeah, y'all started being with other females. And what's so crazy is that's where y'all get y'all standards from, other females. Now, because of the situation with what Ye talking about, now the men body parts finally get some attention again. I know y'all proud of that, ain't y'all? Because, it's one of those things like, man, ladies, I know y'all got standards and all, but I feel like y'all standards is for another female, not a man. And I'm not saying that, a stability, but it's like y'all stability is finances. Y'all stability ain't about other stuff. I ain't gonna get in all that because, it is what it is. Keep scissoring. I don't care. On that note, y'all have a blessed day.